Alright Blues, welcome back to part 3 of our season preview. I'm joined again by Martin and Walter, the men with the hair. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about season predictions, where we think City are going to finish, and we're going to talk a bit about our title rivals. One word, where will City finish?
Champions.
Right, so that's the end of part 3. It's going to be tough, isn't it? I mean, everyone's improved the squads to a degree. I think everyone's strengthening positions that the press said everyone needs strengthening, but surely we're going to be closer to Chelsea than last year.
I think so. I think when we came into the start of January last season, we were level pegging with Chelsea. It came down to who was hungry for the title.
Yeah.
I think we fell away as a consequence of that. I think Chelsea were genuinely more hungry for the title and deserved winners last season. But I think this season you'll see a couple of players that I didn't believe were at the peak last season, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, really step up to the plate. And I think when they do, with Raheem Sterling, Aguero and Silva forming a partnership, I think will be formidable. I think Arsenal will be champions of March again, probably. Maybe they'll get to March or February. I think United, to be honest with you, are in relative disarray at this point. For me personally...
At the back, definitely.
Yeah, but at the back. But I don't like talking about Man United too much, if I'm honest. But I would have to say, if certain things had happened off the field at Man City that have happened at United in this pre-season, Di Maria and everything, this would be a circus at this point in time. Yeah. So I think Van Gaal will do his job again and get him in the top 4. But I don't see them threatening for the title. And I think it ultimately comes down to potentially us and Chelsea again. And I think we'll be better than Chelsea. Never feared them on the pitch and don't fear them in the league.
I think there's more challenges than last year, isn't there? I mean, last year it was us and Chelsea. Arsenal, like you say, they were there for a little bit and then...
I disagree. I think there's... you talk about last season and we finished second. Yeah. But it did actually look a little bit squeaky bum time whether we would actually finish second. We were level with Chelsea up till January. Yeah. Then Chelsea actually changed their football. They were playing free attacking football. Then they had the game with Tottenham. Just conceded 5 goals.
Yeah. Yes.
And after that, the Mourinho machine kicked in of this defensive football. Yeah. Chelsea, I look at them, and they haven't improved their squad at all. Yeah. They've got Falcao. You're on a women of prayer there. They've let Czech go. Yeah. So I look at Chelsea and John Terry's another year older. I personally don't see Chelsea finishing in the top 2.
Oh, it's funny you say that. There's the guys on the Chelsea fans channel, they've said they're getting quite worried.
I'm not surprised.
Because the defence, they played against Arsenal. Terry's getting older. Zuma's not ready yet. Cahill's not getting any better or any younger. They need defenders. They haven't strengthened. They're relying on the same team to do it again.
They're relying on what Walter's just said there, the so-called Martin Tyler Chelsea masterclass, that in anybody else's football is 19th century football, as Mourinho spun it back to Sam Allardyce at 0-0. If you're parking, Danny Corley said last season they parked 2 buses in a train. That's when they came to the Etihad. He was right. And that's how Chelsea play. They play on a break.
It does work though.
It works because Mourinho makes it out into a media masterclass. Mourinho is the best manager in front of the media, bar none. Yeah. In front of the media, bar none. And the point is now, it's, for me, the integration for us of these players such as, for me, definitely Sterling. You know, that's the stellar signing for us. If he hits the ground running, as Walter said before in part 2, if he hits the ground running with Aguero, as you said, with Silva, we've got every opportunity. We've got to get out the traps fast and we've got to be in front and then playing catch-up. It felt all last season from January onwards, we were hanging on to their tails really, and we never could get back quite level again. We were always under pressure. This season we've got to get out.
One of the big problems was Yaya Toure went to the African Cup of Nations, which isn't happening this year, and he looks good this year.
It was also the World Cup as well.
Well, he had the World Cup as well, and
with Aguero, Zaba, Fernandinho, Demichelis. It took them a while as well.
But they're all been playing the South American.
Copa.
But for me, Yaya is the one that can't be replaced. I think he's the best at what he does in the world.
Yeah.
So if I look at Yaya, and I think he's had actually summer of rest, him coming back into the team with a full season will just automatically push us on. I mean, I look at Chelsea, as I said before, and they haven't improved the squad. if I look at Manchester United and we're getting told about all these stellar signings, Schweinsteiger's over the hill. I don't care what anybody says to me. I look at Schneiderlin. Yes, he's okay, but he plays very much the Carrick role. Carrick's been playing in that role. Yeah. So they've actually improved an area that doesn't need improving. Depay, I've not seen a great deal of, but on YouTube he looked good, just like Samaras did. Well, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
they've got an Italian right back, which nobody's ever heard of.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? With United, they've improved. What I'd say, Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin's an improvement of sorts.
Well, one's always going to be on the. It's just a sick note, isn't it? As I said in one of my previous videos, he should have got Bobby Charlton to lace his boots up. Well, it'd have been just as good.
Yeah. And it's like with Depay, he's full of promise. He does look good. He's going to have to talk. He's going to have to walk the walk.
Would you swap him for Sterling?
No, he's going to have to walk the walk. But they're going to start the season with Jones and Smalling at centre half, and that was their problem. The only way they got into the top 4 for me was De Gea, and if he's not there, they're really struggling.
An interesting one.
The other one though is Arsenal.
Is it?
Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? I mean,
I tell you, if Arsenal win, I'll show me backside on the town hall steps. They'll get to a certain degree, and Wenger bottle it, just as he does every year. They've no chance.
Ooh,
the interesting thing for me last season is everybody talked about Arsenal making that next step, and they certainly did again, probably till about March. But the idea is they're running at the end, losing at home to Swansea and teams like this. The bit was in the teeth. They had second in their hands and they dropped it, and we ended up coming in again. So I just believe the experience will pay. City have got a young enough squad coming through with enough experience, a blend of experience to make sure we get over the line.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? Our squad now, people say it's ageing, it's whatever it is. It's experience, title winners in what it is.
And we've got more energy in that.
And now we've pumped Sterling in. We've got young players coming in as well. Kelechi might come into the squad, do a job. Lopez will be in and around the squad. Denayer is in the squad. We've got that youth that I think we severely lacked last season. When we needed a boost, we never had it. With Arsenal, I think they've improved a position that they've not improved since David Seaman. They've got Petr Cech in, which is a masterstroke, but he's not going to win you the title.
Is it? Well, I haven't really overly seen him play for a while because he's been sat on a bench.
For me, it was one for the cameras. In terms of bringing him in Charity Shield, he's won him the Charity Shield. Great. If that's the silverware that stops at Arsenal, or they win the FA Cup, everyone will be happy again at Arsenal because Wenger's topped that off the back. Then for me, they're not a title-winning team yet.
They need a striker. They need another midfielder. They need to replace Mertesacker, and they haven't got long to do it.
I don't want to quote United legends, but 6-packs and selfies from Roy Keane when he said
Roy
that
Keane's
is a fair point, really.
About Arsenal.
Father Christmas or Roy Keane, whichever way you look at it, the image that's coming out at this point.
And then I'll write Liverpool off, probably at my peril on YouTube, but they've made nice signings. Nice is the operative word, I'd say. Benteke will do well. He'll score goals. Danny Ings won't play because they've signed Benteke.
Are they ruining English talent there?
Yeah, probably. Milner will do a job.
I think.
I think they're with the Tottenham bracket of if United or Arsenal or...
It's interesting to look at Liverpool's team, and the only people with a championship medal all play for City.
Well,
Milner, Toure and Balotelli.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they've done with Balotelli. Say if we had a player, didn't take him on a pre-season tour, sacked him off in photos, I think we'd be laughed at.
Mario Balotelli's still the best player at Liverpool.
Well, there we go.
It's a fact.
We'll have that anyway. But
now that Sterling's left.
We're going to have City finishing top.
Yeah.
Pick a standout player, just one word, we won't go into it. The standout City player this season. One who, come the end of the season, we'll look back and give our player of the season to.
Yaya Toure.
Good shout, Aguero.
I'm having Raheem Sterling, so come at me on YouTube. But that's the end of our season preview. We'll have our preview for the West Brom game going up this weekend, but we're pretty positive that City can win the title. Can City win the title? Let us know in the comments below. It's been a pleasure. Martin, Walter.
Cheers.
Come on the Blues.
This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV for knockout time.